This is a review of the Wi-Fi Overview 360 Pro. The first thing I do after I install an app is I touch add-ons detector, which is one of the primary things I use to scan. And I touch scan, and it takes about 5 seconds to scan all the apps on your computer. It's already done. And now you can touch add-ons, and I can scroll up. And you can see Wi-Fi Overview. I'm going to touch that. And this gives me a list of everything that's inside of it. What the name of the product is, the licensing, if any analytics are included, and all the permissions. This one has quite a list of permissions. They're mostly related to looking at the Wi-Fi networks around you. The only one I don't like is I don't know why it has to have the find location on the GPS. That's usually reserved for pushing ads to you. Start this program and touch it here. Here you can see one of the main screens that shows the list of available networks, and I can scroll up and look at all the networks that are around me. You'll notice one thing. This is supposed to show 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz networks. 5 gigahertz networks are not showing up because I don't believe my device has that capability. I'm only seeing 2.4. The only complaint with this software, and I've used it quite a bit now playing with it, is that these screens here are very small. I'm only using about 1/3 of my screen on my large tablet, and I feel like it's important that you be able to read some of this stuff. Basically what you're seeing is the name of the network, its SSID, what MAC address it's using, its strength in decibels, its bar indication of the strength, and here's a little smiley face that tells you whether it's good to hook up to or it's average or poor. It's just too small to read. And then here you see the channel number that the Wi-Fi SSID is broadcasting on. I'm going to scroll over now. This is the SSID that I'm tied to, and it gives me all the detailed data regarding to that one network address. Here is a link of all the networks around me that it can show, and it will track the signal strength of those networks and plot them in. This here shows the networks and channels that are around me, and it shows you which ones are the best ones to use, that are most free, or which ones are the most heavily used. That's important when you install a new Wi-Fi system. Pick an empty channel. That way you're not trying to fight with your neighbors over the bandwidth of that channel and have crosstalk. What's called radar. Here it shows the channels around me that I'm detecting, and the amplitude here shows the signal strength. The higher the bar graph, or excuse me, the higher the graph, the more powerful the channel. This is sad that this is so small. This program is beautiful. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, but it's so small it's hard to read. I'll give you an example. This is the program that I use all the time. I'm going to hit exit. I'm going to touch the other program, and look at the difference in the graph. So that's the way it should look, and I strongly recommend to the developers to widen these screens out and let the device use the full screen. It's so much better to have it this way. Back to the small screen, and you can see it's between 1/4 and 1/5 the size and very difficult to read. This is a very important screen because it allows you to look at this and find empty channels very quickly, because if there's nothing there, like right here you can see that channel 3 is pretty much open between all these big networks here. Channel 3 is the one you want to pick. Here's another one, channel 10 is open. So that's what you want to do to set your channels, is look for open areas. Here if I touch the bottom of this, I would switch to the 5 gigahertz bandwidth, and as you can see I'm not receiving anything because I don't have the capability in this device. I'm going to go into all these buttons here, but you can start a scan, you can refresh a scan, you can set a scan interval, you can come up here and you can check the internet, and you can come up here and look at Wi-Fi services. I just want to point out that this type of software is invaluable when you're trying to figure out why you're not having good connections. It lets you find the good networks, it lets you find open channels, it lets you take your antennas of your Wi-Fi system and direct them and change the positions to increase the coverage of your home. It has a lot of applications. This is a good piece of software. I'm going to rate it 4 stars. I'm not going to give it 5 because The size of the screens are just too small. They need to be larger. If you have a larger device, it needs to fill the entire screen to make it easy to read. This review is done by jjceo.